Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review on Married to Medicine. This is the reunion part 2. All right, listen, this review might be all over the place. However, y'all gonna get what I'm trying to say at the end of the review. I thought everybody on those couches were full of it. I'm just gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now. I thought everybody was full of it. I got a little piece for some of everybody tonight. Okay? Let's just get into it. I love the fact that they touched on black babies are 2 times more likely to die. Basically, they said because of cultural biases. Y'all know how they treat black women during pregnancy. They say it's very important for a black woman to have a black OBGYN because, girl, the white ones don't be paying y'all no attention. Y'all tell them something is wrong with y'all, and they pretty much, I guess they think y'all strong black women. I don't know. They also they touched on Roe versus Wade. I loved it. Heavenly says that she doesn't necessarily believe in, but she also doesn't think that the white man, I'm glad she said white man, the man has the right. And that's where I'm at with it. Like, girl, regardless of what you believe in, that's okay. I mean, girl, it's no choice but to be okay because it's what you believe in. But regardless of what you believe in, that doesn't mean that you have the right to inflict those or what you believe in on other folks. Most men don't even really know how a woman body even operates. So we ain't got no business sitting on no table telling y'all what y'all can and cannot do. I don't have no business forcing you as a woman or as a little girl. Because I think sometimes we leave that out of the conversation. We just act like it's women out here just being reckless and just hopping on the D on a Saturday night because they drunk too much Hennessy or too much Grey Goose and it got them loose, right? And then they woke up 6 weeks later with a little rumbling in their stomach, right? What's that? Girl, I don't know I'm getting big. I done gained some weight. We ain't got no business telling y'all what to do. Nobody has any business telling anybody what to do. And like I said, girl, we leave, little girls out of the conversation. Like, little girls are not out here having sex, right? Anything can happen to a woman or a girl, and we're forcing these girls and women to bring children into this world against their will. And I'm glad that the doctors even touched on, like, girl, even if you take out the fact that, girl, it could have just been a reckless Saturday night and you hopped on a D and did a full split. That's not all. There are other reasons why a woman may need to terminate a pregnancy. Anyway, let's move on, all right? That was too much on that part. I mean, not too much, but let's move on. The guys make it. I thought it was funny when Eugene pulled those Louboutins out of that box. You could tell he was so happy. Like, look what I got, y'all. We see. Toya. Toya say, what's wrong with chasing money? Everybody needs money to survive. That's just what it is. I mean, that's just what it is. Without money, you can't survive. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. You can't eat. You can't pay your light bill. Your kids, you can't put gas in your car. You can't even apply for an apartment without money. Like, you gotta Girl, you gotta have money to even have the internet to work to apply for the apartment. You gotta have money to even buy the ink pen to even fill out the application for the apartment. Like, you just need money. You need money, right? But I think I want Toya to let go of the idea of what's wrong with chasing money. If that's your motivation, Toya, then you're gonna always be moving. If a deal comes along where Toya and Dr. Eugene feel as though, ooh, let's get that, then sweetie, you're gonna be on 17 addresses within the next, girl, 10 years. At some point, I wanna know when, if Toya is so rich as she claims that she is, that $1 million shouldn't have been enough. That $1 million wouldn't have been enough for her to pack up her family out of her dream house, a house where they wrote on the foundation. $1 million ain't nothing to somebody who's already rich. And I ain't even got no $1 million. I ain't close to even having no $1 million. $1 million is not nothing for someone who already says that they're rich, like Toya. Heavenly says that, girl, if you're in debt, then I guess you would move. The smart thing would be to move so you can pay down your debt. Toya, of course, says, how do you know? What are you talking about? I don't think she said, what are you talking about? Basically, how do you know? Well, Audra already told us. I mean, I saw the paperwork, Toya. See, this is the thing, Toya. You're doing everything but say that Audra is lying and Heavenly is lying. I have yet to hear Toya come out of her mouth and say, girl, that is a bold-faced lie. What Audra said was a bold-faced lie. I can show you the receipt of the profit that we made from this sale. Because more than likely, it's not a lie. I said, baby, they running down Toya addresses. I told y'all. When you really look at Toya and Eugene, it's like, girl, y'all moved from a home that y'all owned to a home that you couldn't afford. Then you had to move again, right? So you could pay down your debt. Because I think that was around the time that they owe the IRS like 100. It was a lot of money. It was 4,000. It was like I think 150, 175. It was a lot of money. They moved because that was their biggest bill. Because I think their rent was $10,000. And then when they moved to that house, the next house, they then got their home built. And then they moved from there, even though Toya says that they're rich, they moved from there up the street so they could then gain $1 million profit. Even though Audra says this is not true. And again, Toya has yet to say that, girl, that's a lie. Can I say something? Because Toya says the reason why Curtis cheated was because he's lonely. Well, I would want to know, Toya, based off of that logic, based on the fact that you say that Curtis cheated because he was lonely, are you cheating on Eugene because you're lonely? Because mama, you dropping tears over your loneliness. I'm just trying to figure it out. That's it. I ain't trying to start no shit down here. I ain't trying to start no shit down. I just asking questions. Because based off that logic, Toya, that means that you around there fucking one of your neighbors or the contractor, brother. I don't know who you supposed to be fucking trying. Girl, they say you out there cheating, girl. I don't know. But based off of that logic of Jackie and Curtis, then I will use the same logic for you. Maybe I'm wrong on that one. All right. Jackie should have called and checked on Toya. She should have. Jackie could, at a minimum, she could have called and at least said, hey, girl, are you okay? But I also understand what Jackie is saying. Y'all get real sensitive when people start to question and get into your marriage. I think it's one of those things where you just have to really be careful, because if you say the wrong thing, one person will scream, you ain't married, you don't know, right? You ain't got no man, you don't know. Until you've been married for X amount of years, you can't tell me nothing. So I think it's a very sensitive subject for a lot of people. However, that still doesn't take away that Jackie could have called Toya and said, hey girl, you know, I heard that girl is going down over there in Decatur. Well, I don't know where that girl woman lives. But this is the thing though. Jackie and Toya ain't friends. See, this is what the thing that we have to keep remembering. Outside of filming, it's only a handful of these women that deal with each other. Heavenly and Quad, Dr. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly. I think Dr. Simone just started dealing with Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Jackie again recently. Other than that, girl, Toya and Contessa ain't friends. Dr. Simone and Toya ain't friends. Girl, Jackie and Contessa ain't friends. Jackie and Toya ain't friends. I don't think Jackie and Quad are friends. So it's also kind of like, girl, y'all expecting a lot from somebody who really at the end of the day, girl, most of these women are just co-workers. Quad says that Heavenly said Simone said it's true that Toya was cheating, but it was just with a different man. Simone says that's a lie. I don't know. This is one thing I did realize. Everybody was throwing everybody under the bus. You know, I want to get on Anila real fast. Anila, you a white woman. And Anila, you a fucking liar too. Anila, like I was telling my sister, next season, Anila and Quad gonna get into it. Quad gonna be in Anila's ass. Anila is going to act like the girl, fragile, rich white woman who just got attacked by the big black woman. Anila, you sit here and try to act like you didn't have nothing to do with the rumor. Zaina told you the day before that Quad had invited her to the party and she wanted to ride with you. Okay. So Zaina told you the day before that information. I need to know where in this timeline did y'all have a conversation about this rumor? Because at the party, when they showed that clip a few weeks ago, out of your own mouth, you told Zaina, or whatever her name is, Zahara, I don't know, girl, Xena the Warrior Princess, I don't know. Girl, you told Zaina to say the fucking rumor. Anila, baby, both of my eyes are on you. I think Anila is a liar. I think Anila throws a rock and hides her hand. I think that Quad was telling the absolute truth when she said Anila had called her, and Quad, I guess told her that they talked about the mess and Anila tried to act like that was a lie. Anila, you're lying, girl. Anila, you're lying. Toya says, wait. Toya was absolutely right, though, about Anila. Like, girl, it's worse that you don't even believe the rumors, but you're still pushing the rumor forward. Like, you don't believe it, but you say you don't believe it, but you pushing the rumor forward. And then when you get to Quad's house, she ain't say, listen, I'm adding this. You tell your homegirl to say the rumor. But then you want to sit here and tell Quad that she's scared of Toya. I don't think Quad is scared of Toya. I think that you scared of Toya. That's why you didn't have enough pussy lips to do your own work. Because if you was really about that life, you would have told Toya to her face at that party, bitch, I heard you was fucking that man. You wouldn't have needed Zaina or Xena the Warrior Princess to do your dirt for you. Quad also apologized to Toya. She basically, I mean, I appreciate it. I did. She basically said, yeah, girl, I did it because I wanted to hurt you. You talked about me, and so I wanted to get your ass back. I mean, it sounds messed up, but girl, to me, that's pretty much how you take accountability, girl. Yeah, I did it, and I did it because of this. Okay? Toya says that she ain't never talked about quality for the contract. Girl, y'all be lying. Either maybe my eyes playing tricks on me, and maybe it's a lot of stuff that I be trying to remember, right? I could have sworn I saw a scene on this show of Dr. Contessa, Dr. Simone, and Toya out having lunch, and Dr. Contessa tried to act like she didn't know that there was a rumor out about Quad sleeping with the contractor. And I could have sworn that Toya was also at the table talking about the rumor. Now, am I tripping? Everybody on the stage is lying. They brought up about how would Jackie feel if this was a Curtis situation. Jackie said, not how would I feel, how did I feel? Did y'all hear Dr. Simone in the background talking about, whoa. Okay. He was lonely. That's what Toya told Jackie, that's why he cheated. Bitch, he was lonely. If you don't go get you a fucking job, Curtis, girl, let me shut up. Okay. Now the rest of my notes I took on paper. Okay. What else we talking about? No, this is Real House. Okay, I was on some Beverly Hills notes. Contessa and Heavenly. Heavenly has made fun of everybody's looks. She's shaded folks' finances. She's talked about people's fashion choices. Dr. Simone, does Heavenly and Dr. Daddy have sex every day? Who thinks that's a lot? Even Heavenly raises both of her hands. Heavenly she says stuff. I think the ladies are starting, I don't know, child. Heavenly says stuff to get underneath her skin. Like, she gonna always say her and Dr. Daddy having sex every day. Her and Dr. Daddy are the best couple in the world. She got the, you know what I'm saying? And then I think she once she realized that it irritates some of the ladies, she continued to say those things. But everybody know Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon ain't over there fucking every day. Okay? Contessa lying, y'all. Contessa lying. And Contessa thinks somebody's scared of her. And I don't think, Contessa, you did a good job at, like, when Contessa told Heavenly, let's see if you call him abusive to his face when he gets out here. Girl, we already think that your husband is emotionally and verbally and mentally abusive. Now you want to sit here and basically threaten a woman on stage, low key, like when he come out here, I want you to say it and see what's gonna happen to you. Like, what the fuck he gonna do to me? That's what I'm sure Heavenly had to say something like that, because I know Heavenly just didn't let that slide. Like, and what the fuck? If I do say it, what the fuck he gonna do? Like, listen. Heavenly, I have a lot to say, so just bear with me. Heavenly was wrong. Okay? Heavenly was wrong. I also think that what Heavenly said was not to the extent that Contessa has made it be. And I know we can't tell people how to handle situations, but I guess I'm about to do that. I think at most, Heavenly should have just gotten cursed out by Contessa on the phone. Like, bitch, don't mention me and my husband on your YouTube channel no more. I love you. Don't mention me and my husband no more, okay? The way that Contessa is acting as if we didn't fucking watch the show last season, and you insinuate that your husband was a cheater. Scott is showing women in his phone. Like, Heavenly was not on her live telling Contessa's business. That is a lie that Contessa has continued to push. Now, Heavenly was on her live, her channel, discussing the show, but she was not telling her business. However, Heavenly is also full of shit. Because you saw how quick Heavenly got upset and how she felt as though Dr. Contessa, had disrespected Dr. Damon just by Dr. Contessa saying that she made more money than him. Dr. Heavenly felt like that was a sign of disrespect. You heard what she said. She said it on a reunion. And also, I guess Dr. Contessa said that he was aggressive. She felt like that was disrespectful. So I'm not understanding, Dr. Heavenly, how you can feel as though Dr. Contessa saying that she just makes more money than your nigga, that's disrespectful. Her saying that Dr. Damon was aggressive towards her was disrespectful. But you can't understand, right, why you shouldn't get your black ass on the goddamn World Wide Web saying that your friend's husband, even though we've seen the show, is emotionally and verbally or mentally abusive, whatever you said he was. You see what I'm saying? You can't even handle Dr. Contessa saying that she make more money than your man. Heavenly knows better. Heavenly ain't stupid. Heavenly just don't give a fuck. That's what that come down to. I need to cut my eyebrows. Trim them. Heavenly just don't care. She said I was wrong. I didn't know it was an issue. Even if Heavenly knew it was an issue, she still wouldn't care. Contessa, I've never asked for advice from Heavenly. Contessa, that's not what Heavenly said. Heavenly said y'all were on the phone and she asked you because she gave you some advice and you said yes. She didn't say you asked for advice. See, Dr. Contessa was trying to switch up everything that Dr. Heavenly said. I've never confided her on TV. She ain't never said you confided her on TV. She said these conversations was happening basically, I don't know if she said it on the show, but she said it on her live. This stuff happened outside of the show. I don't know what Contessa thinks. I don't know who Contessa thinks that the viewers are and what kind of stuff she trying to pull. Even Andy was like, you dogged him. Even Andy used the exact words. What did he say? You were dogging out Scott. I ain't never heard Andy say nobody was being dogged. Even he said you were dogging out Scott. And I don't want to say that she was dogging out Scott, but girl, you let us in on your marriage and we saw that your marriage was a hot ass mess. The example I gave before, Contessa is that friend, and I'm sure that some of you have probably done this. I don't know, but I'm going to assume that a couple of you have done this. You go through mess with your man. You get your friends and family involved. They hate your man. You make up with your man. Everybody still can't stand your man. Now your man is mad because every time he come around, everybody looking at him sideways and they quiet when he come around. Now you mad because you want everybody to let it go. That's literally Contessa. I believe Dr. Heavenly when she says that, girl, you called me dogging your husband out. And I told you, girl, either you going to stop dogging that man out, or either you just going to leave him. One of the two. Bitch, when I say Contessa, when I said Dr. Heavenly was cussing Contessa ass out, cussing her out. Dr. Heavenly was cussing Contessa out like they was on the street. I don't know if Dr. Heavenly would have been doing that outside of the show, but on the show, baby, she was cussing Contessa ass out on that stage. Even it got to the point I was like, girl, they really, like, girl, yeah, y'all gonna let them curse like that? Quad had to step in and be like, okay, y'all, okay, y'all. Like, girl, y'all really, like, I think Contessa probably dropped a couple of cuss words, I don't know, but I know Heavenly was cursing Contessa out on that stage. What else? Let me look over these notes real fast. I've never confided in you. You're not my friend. Contessa, you lying. I really don't believe nothing Contessa is saying. I don't. I believe Heavenly. What Heavenly says happened, I believe happened. Now, Heavenly is still wrong in some of the shit that she did. Right? But it still doesn't take away from that I believe Heavenly in the conversation that they did had, and that had Jackie had to call her on behalf of Dr. Heavenly, right? I don't think Contessa just told Heavenly what the issue was at first. I think she waited until the cameras started rolling. Right? I think that before the camera started rolling, I think that that Contessa used to call Heavenly and dog out Scott. Girl, so, this is the thing, Quad has said this more than a few times. Even though she might not go into like, girl, I'm taking up for Toya, I'm taking up for Contessa. Quad has said, I remember her doing this on a couple of episodes. You cannot talk about your friends. So, like, that's what Quad was saying. Toya had to sing of Nobody Came to My Defense, girl. Nobody, let me shut up. That was I'm going backwards. Heavenly ain't gonna change. I have not been on Heavenly's live, but I have watched Heavenly's recaps. And there have been times where Jackie has texted Heavenly and told her to get her ass off of the live. Heavenly is grown. Y'all act like Jackie is Heavenly's mama. Jackie can't make Heavenly do nothing she don't want to do. The only thing she can do is try and hold her accountable. Like I said, I have seen Heavenly's channel, her lives, and she'll be like, "Oh, child, Jackie calling me. Oh, Jackie telling me I need to get off the live." She said that. Like, I don't know why it's kind of like when people be like, oh, Candy, need to rope Kenya in. Bitch, Kenya is a grown-ass 50-plus-year-old woman. Like, who y'all think Jackie and Candy, like, who you think they be? Dr. Jackie can only say so much to Heavenly. And girl, at some point, it's kind of like, girl, I don't already had this conversation with her, girl. Y'all want me to have the conversation on camera, I guess, to show that, girl, I've had the conversation with her. But, girl, I've had the conversation with her. And I've told her to stop. And she has. Because, again, I've seen the lives where Dr. Jackie has texted. She's saying that Jack texted me, telling me to get off the live. I guess I gotta go. Eugene says he's still part-time in the ER. He works in the hospice and also a cancer center. Girl, that sounds stressful as fuck. Girl, my nerves would be bad. Okay, Karen and Dr. Eugene. The thing is, girl, Dr. Eugene, we know they move. Girl, they like gypsies, honey. They move. Karen, Dr. Karen. You keep I think the thing that frustrates me with Dr. Karen is you want to keep making this be a thing of it was funny, it was funny, it was funny, everybody laughed. Okay, that is true. They did laugh. They thought it was funny. But once Dr. Eugene, the person on the other end of the joke, told you that it was not funny to me, you should at least acknowledge his feelings. Acknowledge what he's saying. Dr. Karen is coming across to me, correct me if I'm wrong, like, fuck your feelings, fuck what you got to say. I thought it was funny and everybody else thought it was funny, so it is what it is. And I guess if that's what Dr. Karen want to come at it, you know, from that angle, that's fine. But if Dr. Eugene fuck around and say, okay, well, fuck you. That's why I would have been on it. Okay, nigga, fuck you. Because I'm telling you that I felt disrespected. I'm telling you it was not funny. And you keep trying to explain to me that it was funny. And no matter how you try to switch it up and try to explain it, it ain't gonna never be funny to me. That's why I'm trying to get your ass to understand. So stop trying to tell me that it was funny. I'm telling you, the person who was the butt of the joke, that it wasn't funny. That's why I think Dr. Eugene coming in on it. And Dr. Karen is stuck on the night that it happened, everybody laughed. But I also think that if they knew that Dr. Eugene was as sensitive, had felt as sensitive as he does when it as it pertains to the whole moving situation, I don't think that anybody would have laughed. Anyways, girl, that was it. Next week is part 3. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.